Good morning everyone. It is currently 5:15 and I'm just about to go out to the gym. I have a Metcon this morning which I'm going to take you through a bit of. I'm doing the hybrid plan on the Evolve You app and I'm really loving it, but I need to get back on track this week. This is currently my third workout of the week, so I'm getting back on track. I'm doing a really good job, and I thought I'd take you through my 5 a.m. morning routine. So let's go to the gym. So I'm now back from the gym and I really enjoyed that workout. It was a Metcon workout, which essentially just means you are splitting your compound movement into different fragments and you are doing a certain number of reps of each exercise. So I did 3 exercises with a minute of rest in between, and then you go again and you're trying to do them as quick as you can whilst keeping the form. So I really enjoyed Metcon. I am currently doing the Perform plan on the Evolve You app and I absolutely love it. I just needed something that was going to bring my heart rate up a bit more, especially as we're coming into summer. I want to get my body a bit more shredded. That is the goal. But I'm not focusing on just aesthetics, I'm also focusing on how I feel, and I really do enjoy these kind of workouts, so I'm going to continue doing that. I literally have 15 minutes to eat my breakfast. I've got a Greek yogurt bowl, which I always have, with some fruit and Maltese Easter bunny because it's nearly Easter, guys, and some cashew butter. So I'm going to quickly eat that. I'm going to do my journaling and I'm going to quickly do my prayer for the morning on the Bible app, and then I'll be heading off to work and I'll speak to you after work. I feel like a massive thing of getting back on track is romanticising your recovery and rest, because I just feel like there's no way I could perform like I perform if I didn't recover effectively. And today I knew I needed a nice long hot bath to allow my muscles to just recover that extra bit. And I find that I want to do recovery more if I romanticise during recovery. So when I'm making baths, I will put my little ambience music on with like a nice fantasy scene, playing some gentle music, and I sit in the bath, I read my book, and I just absolutely love it. I light a candle, I put on my favourite PJs. So these are some cute PJs I found from Primark, super cute, very spring. I'm going to take you through my evening routine as well. My evening routine sets my foundation for waking up early, and it sets me up for a productive day the next day. So it's super important to have a good evening routine, and I have absolutely nailed my evening routine down to a T. So I'm going to show you my evening routine as well. I hope it's helpful. I hope it allows you to implement some nice changes into your routines. Starting off with some skincare quickly. My skincare is super easy. I use my salicylic acid cleanser from Inky List to remove all of my makeup, and then I just put retinol on. I feel like skincare does not need to be complicated. I think when you complicate things more, you're more likely to break out, and this is a routine that just, my skin absolutely loves it. Just these 2 ingredients in the evenings. Let's talk about hair care. I feel like I have a pretty good hair. I feel like I'm blessed to have quite long hair. I mean, it just grows and it keeps growing and growing. I don't really do a lot with my hair. I do use a very specific type of conditioner which I just absolutely love, which I'll put up here. I think it's like the Pantene Pro V Vitamins conditioner or something. But I think the secret to my hair being so long and luscious and shiny at the moment is definitely this product. I also get so many comments. People tell me all the time that my hair smells so nice, and I think it's because of this baby right here. So I'm going to share it with you. It's the, I think you say We for this brand. It's the We Leave-In Hair Conditioner. And it's actually so cool because when you spray it on and when you comb your hair, it completely detangles your hair, which is so good because I get a lot of knots in my hair. I basically use this every time I wash my hair, and you just brush it through, and honestly it detangles my hair so well, because girl, you know the pain when your mum used to do your hair when you were younger, and she just used to tug and tug and tug. And this, I wish you had this genuinely, because it's not painful at all to brush the tangles out of your hair, and it smells so good. It is now currently Friday. I have just come back from the gym and I wanted us to have a little sit down chat about getting back on track and how to get back on track, because I feel like this is something that I'm so used to now. I know that getting back on track is just a part of life. I know that we are not necessarily going to be the most productive version of ourselves each and every day of every single year. So for me, I've been on my fitness journey now for like 7 years. And I know in myself that I'm going to fall off track again. I know that I can expect to fall off track, and that is totally okay. Life does come in between your goals sometimes, and it's not necessarily how many times you've fallen off track that matters. It's actually how you get back on track and how quickly you get back on track. That is really the thing that allows us the most progress possible. So grab a quick cup of coffee. I've currently got my morning latte here, and I have this cutest Easter mug in the world. How adorable is this one, guys? So grab a cup of coffee and let's sit together and talk about how we can get back on track in the quickest way possible. The first thing I've got here is that you have to figure out why you initially fell off track. You have to be able to identify whether it's a good reason or a bad reason. Is it a good reason in the fact that you were on holiday, you were ill, you had other things that were more important in life at that time? Those are good reasons to fall off track. Bad reasons for falling off track, however, are things that you need to probably have a look at in your life and see whether you need to set some boundaries for those things. So for example, let's say you fell off track because your partner was being a bit too needy. Your partner didn't want you to go to the gym. I think it's really important and valuable to be able to identify the reason why you fell off track, and if it is a bad reason, because if it is a good reason, you know that that's probably going to happen again, and that's fine. There's nothing you can do about it. So you just leave those good reasons there. However, if it's a bad reason, you need to start thinking to yourself, is there something that I can personally do to better myself in the future so that I don't fall off track because of the same reason? The second thing I've got here is don't feel guilty about it. I feel like dwelling on the past is the most unconstructive use of your time. I really feel like it is a waste of time thinking about what happened in the past, beating yourself up and saying, oh, I can't believe I didn't go to the gym last week. I can't believe I let my emotions get to my workout session. Even if you're thinking those thoughts of, oh, I feel so guilty about it, just journal and say, I feel guilty about it, but I needed that time off. I needed to be able to reset, and that's totally fine. So you figured out why you fell off track, whether it's a good or bad reason. You're now looking at the future. What can I do better? I would say look at your workout plan and think, what do I want to actually do next week? What do I enjoy? What workouts do I want to do? And for me personally, I love weightlifting. I also love adding a little bit of cardio into my weightlifting. So I totally reevaluated my plan. I looked at my plan and I thought, I enjoy those workouts more, so I'm going to put those workouts in, and I'm only going to do one cardio session a week instead of perhaps two, because I was finding it too difficult to keep up with. Think about setting yourself realistic goals, so things you can actually achieve. Especially when you're getting back on track, it can be really, really intimidating to look at a very hectic gym plan for the week. I would suggest maybe doing fewer sessions for the first week that you're getting back into things. I would suggest to not intimidate yourself. Reduce your number of workouts, maybe only do an upper body and a lower body session and then a cardio session if that's what you enjoy. That's just an example, but you get the gist. Just do fewer workouts for the first week. Be kind to yourself. This can probably be quite intimidating to some people, but I personally don't track my calories. I intuitively eat, and I absolutely love intuitively eating. So for me, this is easy. But for other people, it may be a little bit difficult to completely lose control. I would suggest for the first week not tracking your calories. And the reason why I would suggest this is because you need to effectively fuel your body. Your body's not used to exercising anymore. Your body's not used to working out. So just going straight into a cut and going straight into exercising 5 times a week can be really, really daunting for your body, and it actually can cause a lot of issues. So I would definitely suggest fueling your body correctly, having a good pre-workout meal and having a good post-workout meal, not worrying too much about the calories, but being mindful of obviously what you're eating. I would say maybe after the first 2 weeks, you can then think about starting to track again. But whilst you're just getting back on track, I really, really do suggest just letting go of tracking and really fueling your body and listening to your body and listening to what it needs. Okay. So let's say we've done our workouts for the week, we've had a really, really good productive week, super happy that we've got back on track and super proud of ourselves. What do we now do? I would really, really suggest every single week, check in with yourself, check in with your body, ask yourself, was that realistic for me to be able to achieve? Did I struggle to achieve all of those workouts? Was anything too much for me? And by asking yourself those questions, you can make small tweaks so you can make things more realistic for you going on in the future. So check in with yourself after a week, see how your body's feeling, see whether it actually fitted in with your lifestyle, and make any tweaks. I would also say if you are just getting back on track, always have a backup day. I feel like life happens, whether it's our cycles, whether it's our responsibilities, whether it's work, new assignments, whatever it is, we all have responsibilities, and having a backup day is the best thing in the world. It's just so good, because if for some reason you can't complete that workout one of the days of the week, then you've got that backup day. And we're on the last thing, we're nearly there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed all of these little tips and tricks. I do feel like I have a lot of knowledge to give about getting back on track. I'm probably the queen of getting back on track, to be honest, because I fall off track a lot. Lastly, being mindful of your cycle is so important. I have definitely learned this year how much your cycle can impact your workout. And just a personal thing about me, I came off of hormonal contraception and I now have non-hormonal contraception. And because I came off of that, I then obviously got my normal monthly cycles, which weren't dictated by hormonal contraception. this meant that my hormone fluctuations all came back. So I have definitely had a crash course in being mindful of my cycle, and I did not realise how much luteal phase can really be damaging. Like, luteal phase for me is a crazy time of the month. I have no energy, I'm craving everything, and that's fine. That's that phase of the month that I know I need to be a bit kinder for myself. And being able to fit your workouts around your cycle is super important, because when you then get to that week, for example, during your luteal phase, where you know you're probably not going to fancy doing high intensity training, you can still achieve your workouts because you've already decided, actually I want to do some yoga that day, or actually I just want to do some weightlifting, I don't want to do high intensity, I just want to dial it back a bit, and that's totally okay. I hope this has been really, really useful for all of you. I feel like we can get together, we can get back on track together, and I always love filming my get back on track videos because I feel like they're the most useful and the most real parts of life, because life isn't necessarily about being productive 24/7, and that is just not true. Like, no one is productive 24/7. So I love filming these videos because they are the most real parts of my life. If you have any more tips and tricks, then let's put them down in the comments, girls, and let's all group together. Do follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you'd like to see more of my videos in short form. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys all next week. See you later.